It's that time of year again, when the veil between the living and the dead grows thin, and the night air is filled with whispers of ancient spirits. Welcome to the haunted origins of Halloween, where this eerie holiday all began and how it transformed into the celebration we know today. The haunted origins of Halloween, a journey through time. Halloween, celebrated every year on October 31st, has become a fun, festive occasion with costumes, trick-or-treating, and haunted houses. But beneath the playful exterior lies an ancient history that dates back over 2,000 years to a time when Halloween wasn't about candy or costumes, but survival and superstition. To understand Halloween, we need to travel back to the Celtic lands of ancient Ireland, the United Kingdom, and northern France, to a festival called Samhain. For the Celts, Samhain marked the end of the harvest season and the beginning of the cold, dark winter, a time often associated with death. They believed that on the night of October 31st, the boundary between the living and the dead blurred, and spirits returned to walk on the earth. But these spirits weren't always friendly. Some were believed to cause harm to crops or bring misfortune to the living. So, the Celts built massive bonfires, making sacrifices of crops and animals to appease their gods. And to protect themselves, they wore costumes, disguising themselves from the wandering spirits. These were the earliest Halloween costumes, not for fun, but for survival. Samhain was also a time for divination. The Druids believed that with spirits so close to the living world, they could make more accurate predictions about the future, giving the Celts a sense of comfort as they faced the harsh winters ahead. Once the bonfires died down, they would relight their hearths from the sacred flames, believing it would protect their homes throughout the long, cold months. By AD 43, the Roman Empire had conquered much of the Celtic territory, and as they often did, they merged their own traditions with those of the conquered. The Romans added their own festivals to Samhain, like Feralia, a day to honor the dead, and a celebration of Pomona, the goddess of fruit. This is where the tradition of bobbing for apples likely originated. But Halloween's transformation wasn't complete until the rise of Christianity. In AD 609, Pope Boniface IV established All Martyrs' Day to honor Christian martyrs, later expanded to All Saints' Day, also known as All Hallows, on November 1st. October 31st, the night before All Hallows, became known as All Hallows' Eve, and eventually Halloween. The Church hoped to replace the Celtic festival with a Christian one, but many of the original Samhain traditions lived on. Halloween didn't gain immediate popularity in colonial America, largely due to Puritan beliefs. But as new immigrants, particularly the Irish fleeing the potato famine in the mid-19th century, arrived in the U.S., Halloween began to spread. The Irish brought with them the tradition of carving jack-o'-lanterns, originally using turnips. The story of Stingy Jack, a man doomed to wander the earth with only a hollowed-out turnip to light his way, gave rise to the modern pumpkin carving we know today. By the late 19th century, Halloween in America began to evolve. The superstitions and ghost stories remained, but the focus shifted toward community and fun. Trick-or-treating emerged, drawing from European traditions like souling, where poor citizens would beg for food in exchange for prayers for the dead. It wasn't until the baby boom of the 1950s, however, that Halloween became the child-centric holiday we know today. Parades, parties, and trick-or-treating turned Halloween into a massive cultural event. Today, Halloween is a multi-billion-dollar industry. In fact, Americans spend over $6 billion each year on Halloween costumes, candy, and decorations, making it the second largest commercial holiday in the US after Christmas. Despite the fun and candy, Halloween is still filled with spooky superstitions. Black cats are still seen as bad luck, a belief that goes back to the Middle Ages, when cats were thought to be witches in disguise. And of course, we still avoid walking under ladders or breaking mirrors, a nod to the superstitions of old. Horror films have also become a Halloween staple, with classics like John Carpenter's Halloween setting the tone for spooky nights in. Whether you're a fan of fright or fun, Halloween brings out the thrill in all of us. As Halloween approaches, we continue to celebrate a tradition that has spanned millennia, one that connects us to ancient rituals, superstitions, and the universal excitement of stepping into a world where the ordinary and extraordinary collide. So, whether you're dressing up, trick-or-treating, or simply enjoying the spooky ambiance, remember, you're part of a story that's over 2,000 years in the making. Happy Halloween! Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more spine-chilling history.